my God. I'm back. I got another hole in my day, and it is a soap making day. I'm going to try to do something I haven't done ever, and that is make soap live on air. And I've also, well, this is not quite, it's a little cold. I'm going to heat up my soap oils because I'm not completely prepared. Put my hair back. But I've got my oils. And that's a double batch. I'm doing 2 loads. And it's going to be a rainbow swirly do. I haven't done this in a long time, so I hope to God this works out. And I'm only going to do a few colors. I'm not going to do 6. I'm probably going to do like red, green. I did purple, green. I think I'm going to do orange. Purple, green, orange, and blue. Because they're all very hideous colors together, and then the base will be white. So I'm going to use purple vibrance, green vibrance, blue vibrance, and oh, guess it, orange vibrance. And I like to pre-mix my pigments, especially micas. My oil mixture overnight cooled way down. Hey, Jake! My oil mixture cooled way down last night and is all kind of curdly, so I need to get that warmed back up, which will take a few minutes. So I'll just babble for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. But this is a recipe. Ooh, I got my new KitchenAid mixer though, which all these soap makers using the Cuisinart blender. This bad boy has got a huge shaft, a long shaft, and he's much quieter than the Cuisinart. He don't have a stupid button that like a security button that you have to push. The switch is easy, so it doesn't like make your hand die for when you're doing this. And it's about the same price. I don't know why people going all about the Cuisinart. I have gone through like 4 Cuisinarts, and I loved them. But after discovering the KitchenAid, it's so much better. And it's the same price, y'all. So from now on, KitchenAid for me. Oh, and I got a new oil supplier, and they ship my coconut oil in a big brick and I've been slowly chipping away at that bad boy. So much coconut oil right now. What else can my landlord, ooh. I got a new oil and wax melter up here from a friend of mine, they're in a candle company. I haven't used him yet. Bertha is her name. I've been told I have to refer to her as Bertha. My studio's a wreck. My apologies. Oh, I should get my pictures out for my colors. 4 colors, 4 pictures. I prefer the scientific pictures. They're kind of expensive, but they are of a material that's heat-proof and chemical-proof. And there's a lot of both of those things when you're making soap. Yeah, these are really good. You can get them on Amazon. they're a little spendy. They're like $15 per, and I have some of like every imaginable size. But they'll last you forever, and they're really great. And they've got a really great spout. Make sure I don't have any dust in there. But I prefer these, I don't know what they are, polypropylene pitchers, PP plastic, the chemical plastic. I see a lot of soap makers mixing their lye in glass pitchers, which is fine, but the heat change, man, if that thing cracks, just use the plastic or stainless steel. I mix my lye in a non-reactive stainless steel. But the plastic's fine too if it's the chemical plastic, which this is. So I think what I'm going to do is heat the oils to just melt it. I don't want to get it hot. Like, I want to keep it like around 90 degrees or so, because I don't want to do too much work, and I don't want it to like speed up trace. I'm trying to do this cold, and I was a little too cold. My workstation is over an air conditioner vent, and it cooled everything down a little too much. But the heat from the chemical reaction will melt any like kind of little flakies of oil. You don't want chunks of oil though. And I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not going to mix this to clear, but I'm going to get all the little chunks, no chunks, smooth. But I'm aiming for room temperature. Hey Corey, long time. Which this is working out to be about where I need it. I'm going to separate out my colors. This is a big batch, so I'm going to use a good tablespoon per. In goes the green. Blue next. And I'm using a tablespoon, and I'm just, leveling off like your grandma did with your flour when you learn how to make your biscuits. I don't know, if you're from the South, you learn how to make biscuits. I go darkest to lightest in color, that way I don't have to clean my tools. Although I might have fucked this up already because I've got orange in the mix. But whatever, it's the last one I'm doing, so who cares. Purple, this is Purple Vibrance from Nurture Soap Supply. And what I love about the Vibrance micas, they are not paying me, by the way. Pay me, please. What I like about the Vibrance micas, they stay true in the alkalinity of the soap batter. Now maybe you can hear me. So the colors of shift or fade, which is, if you work with micas, especially greens and blues tend to do weird things. These are tested in cold processed soap, and they don't do that. 10 of 10 would recommend. And they're just a good RGB color palette. Nothing crazy. Build your own colors if you need. Ooh, I'll be honest though, I am feeling a little hectic because I haven't done this in so long. I've been doing hot process, like, I feel like exclusively almost. All right, and I'm going to mix, for every tablespoon, I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of base oil. So 1, 2, 3 for each one. Maybe a little more for this one just because the jug is so big. Hey Corey, where are you on the planet? Are you in Germany or somewhere right now? All right. And then I got one of the handiest tools ever, which is this Norpro mini mixer. And I'm just gonna, I'm actually gonna add more oil to that. Mo oil. That's a lot of mica, Brooks. And I'm just going to blend it till it's smooth. I love mica in oil. I just think it looks so cool. Can you see it? I don't know. Maybe you can. Lightest to darkest. So orange, then I'm going to go to this green. I need to invest in another small ramekin. Oh, the blue looks so cool. And the purples last. All right. Ooh, I'm kind of nervous. I'll share my vulnerability with you. I'm nervous, y'all. I'm gonna get my something's rocking. I'm gonna get my tool, swirling tool, if I can find it. Where did I put it? Oh, I don't know where I put it. I literally saw it the other day. Oh, here it is. And I got this at Brambleberry. You can totally just make your own, and it is basically just a wire, and it gives those neat swirls to the soap when you do like a drop swirl, which is what I'm going to attempt to do. So much noise, bros, you're making so much noise. I always make too much noise. 2 clean molds. It's a double batch. And I'm gonna eyeball this shit. I'm I want more base than color. I know that, but I'm not quite sure how much or what. Ooh, I need to measure out fragrance. Ooh, that must suck. And I'm fragrancing at about 6%. And the fragrance I'm using is Black Raspberry Vanilla by Nurture Soap. It's a 0 vanilla Black Raspberry Vanilla, so it shouldn't discolor. Which is good because I'm not putting any titanium dioxide in the base. So. And I'm doing it 6%. And like I said, this is a custom order. This particular Black Raspberry Vanilla smells the best of any of the Black Raspberry Vanillas I've smelled, and I've smelled a lot. But I haven't used it in cold process yet, so I have no idea if it's gonna accelerate or do anything weird. We'll see. I am prepared to fail, although I hope to God I'm prepared for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my lime mixture to my oils. I'm gonna get rid of this heater though first. Oh, I need a bigger space. I need a bigger workspace already. I have been complaining about that on here for every time I go live. Okay. Once I get going, it's gonna go crazy, so I apologize if I don't interact much. So, I've got my base oils, which is coconut oil, olive oil, palm oil, and shea butter. I don't use sodium lactate as a hardener, but I do use a hardener, and the hardener I use is just salt. I use Himalayan pink salt because I like it. Science says that salt is salt is salt, so whatever you want to do. But I find that adding just the amount of salt that I use is enough to harden the bark quickly. Gives good release from the mold. And I'm doing this at room temperature, which I don't normally do because I want this to go slow. And I'm just going to bring it to emulsion, which is not trace. And that will give me time to mix my colors, hopefully. We shall see. Alright, here we go. Let's get this party started. In it goes. Oh, why am I scared? I'm going to be gentle with the hand mixer. I just want to bring it together. This blender is so quiet! Also, it's orange, which I'm finding to be like my new favorite color. We are almost there, and you know you're in emulsion when you release the blender and you no longer see oil separation. And I think we're good. And we're not at trace yet, which is what I'm trying to avoid. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to split out my batter into the 4 containers, and I'm not going to do a ton of batter per container. And I did elect to put my fragrance in separately. I'm just gonna eyeball it. And that is so I can leave it out of this white part, just in case. Just in case it does this color. I don't want brown in my rainbow. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and move these guys over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour the white base. And I say white is because the natural soap color is white. And I know you probably can't tell what I'm doing. I'm sorry about that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and scrape this giant pot and get the rest of the soap out of here. And it is still very runny, which is what I kind of want. So by the time I get these guys mixed up, it's gonna be, I got about here, I'm gonna switch you. About even, I think. Alright, so I'm going to start, I don't know where I'm going to start. Let's start with purple. So I'm going to take my thingy, well, let's go in order. Lightest to darkest. So here we're going to start with the orange, and we're going to pour him in here. And we're going to eyeball some fragrance. About a quarter of the fragrance, I'd say, goes in here. There we go. He was slippery. And I'm going to give him a quick blend. Now he's at a thin trace already. From a low height, I'm pouring this guy. I'm going to hold off on using all of it, and I'm going to move on to the green. I do overmake for my recipe a little bit, so I want to be able to put every color in there. It's again about a quarter of the fragrance. To like a medium trace pourable, because you don't want it to completely disperse in this really kind of liquidy base. And hopefully I didn't get it too liquidy. It's not separating, so. same with this. Gentle, low pour. And we're gonna go up C, down Z, and up the middle. Same thing. Up C. Alright, a little bit left, just in case. Now, blue time. Let's do the blue. The reason I'm quiet is because I am debating in my head if I want to do the hanger swirl at all. I might not. We'll see. Though I might. It looks like it's swirling a lot though. Sorry, I just hit the camera. Lol, I just hit the camera. Sorry. Alright, purple time. Oh shit. Spillage! Easy fix though, easy fix. Squeegee action. Clean up. Aisle 4. The remainder of the fragrance. We're gonna move this guy in here. Ooh, it's purple though. My nose itches. In we go with the perps. Oh, I'm just going back and forth and kind of filling the mold up with the rest of my soap from a higher angle because it's starting to thicken. Oh my god, this is looking so good. One blorb orb of orange right down the middle. And I think I am going to hanger swirl this. I'm going to give it a second while I don't have a small mold in my new studio yet. I have a little bit of excess, but I don't have anywhere to put it, so I can't, I'm sorry, I can't keep it. I got to chuck it. This is the thing about soap making. Try to clean your equipment when it's wet, and don't put it down the sink, like ever. Not when it's raw, because it will harden. It's oil. It will harden in your pipes and turn into a big old soap clog in your pipes. So you don't want that. So I recommend if you can't put this excess in a mold, you definitely want to scrape out your containers. And then I don't generally, because I do a good job rinsing, but some people will also paper towel the inside, like wipe the interior with a paper towel, just to be extra sure there's not excess oil going into the system. You run through stock of paper towel though. So I wait 24 hours on my equipment, with the exception of my blenders, but like my pots and stuff, I wait 24 hours for the mixture to become soap, and then you can rinse it with warm water and it will behave like soap and just run down the drain. So that's how I handle my dishes. Some people are very different about that. It depends on the equipment you have and your preference, I guess. Generally, I don't like to waste soap like this, but I don't have my thing. I don't have all my molds here yet. So my apologies. All right, now hanger swirl action. This needs to go in there, here. Ugh. Oh my God. Wipe that off. Where did I put my hanger tool? Here. So, move these bad boys over here. And this is about the same size as the mold, so it should just slip right in. And I'm just going to kind of do figure eights for a little bit. All the way. And then people like to, I don't know, people like to texture the tops of these. And personally, I think the weird tie-dye effect that this gets looks incredible. So I don't know why most soap makers want to marble this and make it look so artificial. I mean, I know marbling is an old technique and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, look at this. Like, I think that's pretty sweet, right? So that's how I'm going to leave them. I'm going to let them set here for another few hours, and then I'm going to put them on the rack. And tomorrow morning I'll cut them, and I'll join you if I have time. I'll try to get on here so that y'all can see me do that, and I'm super excited. I hope this works out because it was exactly what I was thinking about. So, wish me luck, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.